Okay, so you want something to shift in your life and you're feeling stuck. You're struggling. Maybe it's your sleep, your energy levels, bloating. You're overwhelmed with your to-do list that just feels never ending, or maybe it's something else. But whatever you're doing right now isn't working. You've tried to fix it. You've tried to make it better, but it's hard, right? You haven't got enough time. And deep down, you don't really know if what you're doing is even the right thing. But I'm here to tell you that you do know. And I want you to answer this question honestly. What is the one thing you need to do to create change? Okay? And insert the change that you want to make. Is it, what is the one thing you need to do to get rid of your bloating? What is the one thing you need to do to sleep better? What is the one thing you need to do to? And fill in the blank. And be honest, I know it can be a bit scary sometimes. I remember a few years ago, excuse the cat, I knew that I had to give up coffee. I wasn't drinking much. I just had 1 cup of coffee a day, but it was not helping me with my anxiety. And deep down, I knew it, but I didn't want to admit it. There was fear there. But I want you to move past that fear, and I want you to think about how you will feel when you create that change that you want for yourself, whatever that is. Now close your eyes. Oh, sorry. Close your eyes and imagine how you will feel when you have so much energy that you wake up for the day instead of wanting to crawl back into bed. When you're exercising 3, 4, 5 times a week, that you feel strong and energized. Or when you no longer have to undo your trousers and lie down after meals because your bloating is so bad. Think about how you will feel once you have created the change that you want for yourself. Now, when I say one thing, I mean one. And I want you to get really specific, okay? I don't mean, well, I need to lose weight. Okay, that's pretty big. I want you to break it down. Is it that you need to exercise more? Or do you need to change what you're eating in order to lose weight? Now, of course, weight loss is a lot more complicated than just those two things. If it wasn't, we would all be losing weight when we wanted to. But you get the idea. Both of these things will help you lose weight. So I want you to pick one thing that you know will help you. Not what your best friend tried, not what your sister is harping on about, what you know you need to do. Now, the answer doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Sometimes we feel like we don't know, but I want you to pick something. Picking something is better than picking nothing. Some of the things I hear from clients are, I need to give up Diet Coke. I just need to do it. I need to drink less coffee like I did, or alcohol. I need to exercise more. I need to spend less time on my phone, also something I have changed recently. I need to eat better. I need to not reach for that chocolate bar every day at 4 p.m. I need some downtime. You get the idea. So think about what that one thing is, okay? Now I want you to get really specific about what that will look like. If you need to exercise more, how many times a week do you need to do it? Which exercises would you like to do? Is it Pilates, yoga, boxing, HIIT, or a mix of all of them? If you need to drink less coffee, is it none at all, or dropping from 3 or 4 cups a day down to 1 or 2? If you want some downtime, what does that downtime look like for you? Is it taking a walk? Is it getting your swimming in? Is it having a relaxing bath and reading your book without the kids climbing in with you? Get specific so you know what you're working towards. Now, I want you to think about what you need to do to make sure this actually happens. So if you know you need to eat more vegetables and eat less bread, for example, do you need to buy a new recipe book to get some inspiration? We all get stuck in a rut with that. Do you need to spend 30 minutes a week planning your meals so you don't get caught short and end up ordering a takeaway again? What do you need to practically do to make sure you can create this change that you want for yourself? And finally, think about what may prevent these things from happening and what you need to do to ensure that obstacle or obstacles don't get in your way. So, maybe you want to meal plan, but you have a really busy week coming up, and the reality is you just don't think you're going to have time. If so, can you prevent that from becoming an obstacle by getting in some healthy ready meals? So you're still able to achieve it, maybe, gusto or detox kitchen, but you're still achieving your goal. And maybe next week, when you're less busy, you can do your meal plan. Or could someone else in your house help you with the meal plan? Maybe even do a first draft so it still gets done, but the fact that you're busy won't be an issue. Another example, are you someone who just will not exercise in the evenings because you're too tired? So if you don't exercise in the mornings because your calendar is fully blocked because you haven't made the time, the exercise doesn't happen because you get to the evenings and there's always a reason. You just don't have the energy. That's me, by the way. Do you need to block your calendar 3 times a week so you can exercise in the mornings? Do you need to tell your boss that you can't do that Wednesday 9 a.m. meeting every single week because that is the time you want to do the class that you have your eye on? Do you need to ask your husband to get the kids ready so you can exercise at 7 a.m. before your day starts? Okay? Think about any roadblocks and what you need to do to overcome them. Now remember, pick just one thing. And I want you to plan to do this one thing for a week, okay? Just 1 week. You're not committing to doing this for the rest of your life. It's an experiment, okay? To see if doing that one thing makes you feel better. Does that one thing help you make the change you want? Simple, okay? Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I want to demonstrate that you don't need to turn your life upside down to create change. Small changes done consistently over time create big transformations. Okay, maybe not for a week. So beyond that week, yeah, you may carry on because it's going to feel good. It's going to feel all those feelings that you visualized earlier on. Or if it doesn't work for you, you are going to have learned something and you can try an alternative. But that process of becoming aware of what works for you and what doesn't is what will make those changes sustainable for the long term. Okay? Now, what I've just shared with you is an example of how I work with my coaching clients one-on-one all the time. So obviously, yes, they get to follow up with me and we get to talk about what worked and what didn't and how they can take steps beyond that week. But as a starting point, I really hope that was useful. Now, please reply to this email, send me a direct message, however you know how. Let me know what you're planning and how you get on with it. I love hearing about your journeys and your progress. Speak soon.